Hello, I'm Captain Caveman. Welcome to my cave. There's actually my CD cave. And the other one I have a vinyl cave. Of course, it's just the way it is. Rooms are not big enough to hold both platforms, so I got two locations. I'm very fortunate that way. What I want to do is I want to do a CD 2025 tag. This one is brought to you by Glenn Calloway from the basement. And so he has some good questions. I forgot how many there is. Maybe there's 20. I can't remember. But we'll do the first one. Number one, when did you get your first CD player? I got it in Germany in 1986. I bought a Kenwood. I still even have it today. About 1987, I bought my brother a CD player. He just bought a component system, but didn't have a CD player, so I bought that for him with 5 CDs. And then didn't talk to him for a couple years. He was busy in his life, I was busy in mine. So talked to him when I got back to after I got another job back in the States. I was talking to him and said, "Hey, how's that CD player working out for you?" Because mine was just having a problem with the belts. So I was replacing the belts. So I was just checking on it. He goes, "Oh, I don't have it anymore. When I broke up with my girlfriend, I just left the whole system there." And so, I mean, I was like, okay, but my brother's not a real music buff like I am, so music to him wasn't a big deal. So, but yeah, 1986 is when I first got my CD player. I still even have it today. Um, okay, so number two, what is your first CD? The first CD I ever bought was Blood Good, and that was over in Germany also. And back then they had them in hard cases. I don't have that CD no more. Got rid of it many years ago, but I was cutting it with the knife, and at the same time I was cutting the plastic. Part of the knife nicked my finger, and I still got the scar. So we always make. I had buddies with me there, and when it drew blood, the knife drew blood, and like we always made Blood Good wanted some blood, so we always made a joke about that. But anyways, that was my first purchase was Blood Good. What's your most recent CD purchase? My most recent ones are YNT. This is like the yesterday and today live. And this has got a 1 and 2 discs, so this is real good. I got this one, and I got Atheist live, Unquestionable Presence live at Wacken or Wacken. I don't know how to really pronounce it correctly, but both of these I got from Metal Blade, so that was pretty cool. So let's see what the next one is. Okay, so number 4, how many CDs do you have in your collection? I really don't know. I haven't really counted them, but I say at least 3,000, plus. That's my guesstimation. I got a whole wall here, not a whole wall, but most of the wall. This, I got a whole bunch of them still in boxes that I hadn't even done anything with. So I need to get them in better organization. I'm doing them by genres right now. So since I got a lot of them, I'm doing by the genres. So number 5, jewel cases or mini packs. I like jewel cases better. The mini packs, I've noticed I have to take better care with them. Just even like the Y&T I have, it's already got a little indentation into the cardboard already on the front cover, because I must have put something on top of it and it punctured it. So it is what it is. Let's see. So okay, number 6, your best CD purchase of 2024. For me, it was Rainbow, the very best of. I really like because they go through all the different band members that they had, lead singers, and so of course my favorite on here is going to be Dio, you know. But of course the other ones are nice too, and I couldn't tell you what their names are, but I only know by Ronnie James Dio is the only one I know. But you know, and of course he's got Man on a Silver Mountain, and that's one of my favorite songs from him. And so, oh, and then number 7, show a live CD. Mine I liked was Stages from Rush. It's a 3 CD set. And what I really liked was, of course, the other one too are just like the greatest hits, but the third CD is a live from 1978 from London. And I like it when bands put out their old, you know, music that was, you know, done live and, you know, in past years and stuff, you know. So I really like that a lot. So had to get that. And so, of course, in 1978, I wasn't a Rush fan. I didn't even know anything about Rush in 1978. So this is nice to have, so you can hear what the people listen to that were into them at the time. Okay, we'll turn the page. Oh, best selling CDs in your collection. Well, the 2 best selling CDs in my collection that I have is Oscar Peterson, Volume 3, The Way I Really Play. And this is actually a super audio CD, and it says MPS, you know, so it's like a hardcore digitally direct stream digital 120 dB stereo, you know. So I think this sounds real great. I really like this a lot. And then Ozzy Osbourne tribute. This one's actually a 22-bit SBM digital remaster, so this is supposed to be real good sounding too. Okay, let's see. That was number 8. Favorite CD cover are inserts, number 9. That's number 9. My favorites, when I first saw them, actually what drew me to them, is number 1, Obituary. I think this is a great, and I'm trying to get it what it doesn't get. Is, you know, that's the problem. We have the glare. You know, so it's like Obituary. You know, I think this is one of the definitely a great album, but I really like the artwork on it. You know, so I think it's very nice. Another one is Forbidden. I always thought those 2 heads just banging, smashing against those skulls, just smashing each other. Didn't even heard this band, or you know, of course I already heard of Obituary. Had their first one, but this one I didn't even have any. So when I saw that, I had to have it without listening to it first. And then King Diamond, Abigail. I think this is the Horsemen, you know, the horses and the carriage. It's just got that. It's got that eerie vibe. It's just woo. To me, it's like a spooky. It's like, what's going on here, you know? So I think, you know, it's a hearse. Okay, let's see where we're at now. We're on number, let's see. Show a CD box set. I got a whole bunch of them, but I wanted to do the Cars. I bought this at a thrift store, and it's got, you know, the Cars, Candy-O, Panorama, Shake It Up, and Heartbeat City. So a 5 CD set. Got it for like 54 cents. You know, like I said, it was at a thrift store. I mean, many years ago, probably about a good 7 years ago. You know, I think so. At least, yeah, probably about a good 7 years ago. So that was to me, it was a great score. And let's see. Okay, so number 11, show a CD from your favorite band. One of my favorite bands is Anthrax. And I got this live. Madhouse is actually in London, 1987. And what it was is me and a buddy, we were going to go see Anthrax around this time in Germany. And they were supposed to be playing with Motley Crue rumor has it, it could have been that around that time that Nikki Sixx had his drug overdose, so the Motley Crue concert was canceled, and so that's what I kind of remember happened. So when I saw this online, I thought this right here would be pretty much the songs that they played during that tour. So I wanted to get this. So very great sounding CD. I wish that a lot of bands would get into their old catalogs, and because I know that they recorded. I mean, because this right here, most of the stuff that you get live is a soundboard recording, which is actually from. So if a person was able to tape it, whoever there, the band the band should have got a copy of it too. That's just my opinion. They should at least got a copy. So to me, that these things should be officially done where we able to get a good product where they can actually fix any flaws in the music. So I wish bands would start doing that and getting it out, especially with the older bands that are not touring as much. You can go back in your old catalog and really make a lot of money, in my opinion, because collectors will definitely will get it, and people that love your music that's never heard that before. Because one of my AC/DC, which I'm gonna show. Okay, it's before we get in that. Number 12 is band artists you have the most CDs of. I have for me, I got Motorhead, I got 18. Ozzy, I got 20. Kiss, I got 22, and I didn't until I counted them all. AC/DC, I actually have 35. I was shocked because I didn't think I had that many. I have AC 35 of them. And one thing I think that, that I got a live album and it's got Kicked in the Teeth, which, as far as I know, they've never released that live except for just bootlegs. And I think if bands, like I said, went back and put out those songs that never got released live. I mean, they played them on the studio album, but never got released live. They played them live, but it just never got released officially. And so, I as one of my favorite songs is "Kicked in the Teeth," "Gone Shooting," "Down Payment Blues," and this whole album to me is stellar. But I think if they actually released a lot of good songs, as people calls them nowadays, deep cuts, songs that didn't really get released that much. So I think that they should really do that. That's just my opinion. Number 13, do you collect CD and vinyl? Yes, I actually collect I even have cassettes too. I really don't collect cassettes. I just have the cassettes that I've had since I was young, in my 20s. When I was in Germany, I wanted, and I actually got one of them just right here. I wanted to get all Scorpions on the label here, and it's like Harvest, So I was at this record store, and the person had the whole collection. Just I guess maybe they got re-released when I was there, but it's done by it's on XDR, extended dynamic range. And so I bought them. I bought every one of them, and so I still got these because I didn't want to give them up. I really like them a lot, but I rarely play them. So that's just I clicked. Like I said, I have vinyl, I have CDs. I have a whole too much CDs. Some people would say. Okay, so number 14. Have you ever sold your vinyl collection? Yes, I've in the past I sold my vinyl collection. for for cash, and to trade in for other music that I was listening to. So bands I stopped listening to or really wasn't really that big into, I would swap them out. So that even happened when I started selling my CDs on eBay. A whole bunch of bands I didn't even listen to anymore, and I'm the kind of person, I go to a store, and back in the day I'd go to this one store, and I don't know what happened, but they had a whole bunch of thrash, death. They just had this whole bunch of bands, but they wasn't even that kind of store. But they had them on the floor, and they were just $1 a piece, and they were just trying to get rid of them. So I don't know what happened. I didn't ask the owners, what happened, but they had a whole bunch, and I just bought a whole bunch. And the person told me, "Well, you buy these, you can't bring them back." I'm like, "I'm not planning on." I'm a collector, you know what I mean? And so a lot of them, some I like, some I didn't. You know how it is. It just gets put off to the side. But I actually was able to sell them on eBay for a lot of money. Of course, I did not know they were worth a dime, but I did. And so what it is, I bought other music that I like. So that's one good thing that you can do. You can you can sell stuff to get other stuff that you want. Let's see. So, number 15. Show a CD that you would like your viewers to listen to, and respond on. But yeah, I definitely, there's two bands, actually, definitely would love people. Is Sabotage. This has actually got Sirens and The Dungeons Are Calling. I didn't have, when I first bought the CD, only had Dungeons Are Calling. And I loved that album. I thought it was dark, and, to me, it was like the most heavy music I ever listened to. And then I got later on, a friend of mine had Sirens, and I listened to that. And so I saw this at a record store and had both of them. So I bought that. So I definitely loved. And then I got Dio, Ronnie James Dio, Elf. I've not got any Elf albums on record, except for I got a picture disc of Elf itself, the Ron James Dio Elf, and it just has a picture disc of him, not him, but somebody being dressed up as an elf. I have that one, but I haven't played because it's a picture disc. But I definitely would like somebody to listen to Trying to Burn the Sun and Carolina County Ball to see, this is like bluesy, so it's definitely way different than he ever played as when he did Dio and stuff. So I actually listened to this after after I started listening to Dio, and to me, I think gives a different perspective on his vocal range. And actually, some of I like it because a lot of it's catchy, songs, and so I just like to hear what people think. And definitely, if you're a fan of both these bands, I definitely want to hear that, hey, that you're a fan also, because I definitely would love to communicate with other people that are into the same type of music, because I'm a music buff. I love listening to music. I love watching YouTube channels where people talk about their music and stuff. And I actually, even by me even watching those videos, they actually, I get informed because they play music I never heard of, or not really play it, but they show music I never heard of. And so, and I actually listened to that. It's like, oh, let me check this out. So I actually got turned on by a whole bunch of bands that I never even heard of. And actually lately, probably about a good year now, I've actually been getting into singer-songwriter people, and Townes Van Zandt is one of my favorite guys right now. I actually got his Pandora, song list that they play, and there's a whole bunch of people on there that are on there. And a little tidbit, I did not know that he wrote Pancho and Lefty. I really did. I thought that that was a Willie Nelson song. I mean, I heard Willie Nelson sing it, so I thought that was his song. And then later on, I saw like where they have like Pancho and Lefty, and then they have showing who wrote it, because I was looking and said, oh, it's going to say I thought it was going to say Willie Nelson. It said Tom Townes Van Zandt, and I'm like, who's this? And so I'm like, so I had to start checking, and then so I bought one of his albums. Can't remember what it is. I got one of his albums, and then I just bought his live album from Fat Bossum, and it's like live in a little bar and stuff, and it was pretty cool. The only bad part about it was from Fat Possum records, the sucker was like real warped. It was like, especially at the beginning, it was just like, and so even when I was putting the needle down, it was like, I'm like, this was a bust, you know what I mean? And so that right there will hardly ever get played. It sucks too, because I got to put it down to like to the I'd say down to the second or third song before it actually, and so but I definitely wanted to hear the beginning where the person is talking about cigarettes upstairs, and it was like doing an introduction on just an announcement of where the stuff was at, where the bathrooms were at and everything. So I thought that was pretty cool, so that's pretty much in a nutshell. I definitely want to be part of the music community, and I'm hoping that this right here, a lot of people will listen, will like what I like, and I can introduce them to stuff so they can listen to it and to see if they like it, and then and it goes both ways. You turn me on to stuff for me to listen to and say, and so that's how it is. I mean, there's so much music out there that nobody can know everything, even though we want to. We don't have all this music. You don't collect music just to listen to one band, because not one band makes this many CDs or this many vinyls, 8 tracks, whatever, so you have multiple bands out there, artists. So I appreciate anybody's time. I know I'm a little ranting here at the end, but I just want to say thank you, everybody, for your time, and have a great day.